everyone! It's Morphin Mania time! 'Tis I, Captain Logan, and look, it's Brandon Grimm.
Hello!
And as always, DJ Martinez. Hey Brandon, would you look at the screen and tell us what episode we're watching today?
A Drive to Win!
A Drive to Win. Divatalk sends Electrovolt to Angel Grove to ruin Adam's soccer team. DJ, it's nothing but Adam!
It's all the Adam show.
They oughta rename this to Power Rangers Up and Adam.
Wow, that sounds right on brand.
It really does, right? So anyway, if you want to watch it with us, and we encourage you to do so. Otherwise, it's gonna sound a lot like people watching TV you're not watching. Because
type of entertainment.
When you put it like that, that sounds so.
That's what mediocre. It is. Make sure you're watching episode. Make sure you're watching episode 14. Watching TV that you're not watching.
It's like watching somebody on closed circuit television, right? They're just sitting in the lobby and there's like TV somewhere, and you're just sitting there and you're just watching them.
So make sure that you're watching episode 14 of Power Rangers Turbo. Get it past everything to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play as soon as I say now. It's on Netflix. Here we go, everybody. Everybody, please press play right now.
Do it.
Is this going to open with... Oh, soccer. Okay.
Soccer ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that weird
Adam's
shot.
soccer game. His like community... Oh, there he is!
Oh, they've already...
The Rocky, Aisha, and Adam thing where we introduce them slowly.
Yeah, we're already introducing the new Rangers. So that's Carlos, and he's going to be one of our new Rangers, and he'll go all the way to space.
Okay.
But at least this time, we have our Rangers still at the time that we're introducing them. And we don't have to do that weird voice thing.
And there's not any reason to assume for sure that these will actually be Power Rangers, because we have introduced some teenagers, and by teenagers I mean 25-year-olds playing teenagers, that don't end up being Power Rangers in previous seasons, like the girl that was dating Jason last season.
You know, cool.
Based on Kat, I would have thought she was going to be a Ranger.
Yeah. You know what would be cool is if we introduce one at a time. Like this episode, we just introduce Carlos, and then we like introduce Ashley later. That would be cool. Don't know if we'll do that.
Teamwork.
And I like that these two have a history because he comes back and helps Carlos in space.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But for some reason, he's the Mastodon Ranger again instead of Zeo or anything.
Really? I didn't even remember that.
I haven't been to a lot of soccer games, but I don't remember a lot of cheerleaders at soccer games.
Now, I do think it would have been cool if they incrementally introduced them instead of doing them all in one episode. Unless TJ is not in this. Does he come later? Because I didn't remember him being introduced early. I thought he came later. So maybe it is just them. I guess we'll see.
I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna look weird. It's gonna look weird if they introduce all 4 of them at the same time. Maybe it's just 2 in this one and 2 in the next one.
I guess it is 4, isn't it? Well, no, because in wait, who's the 4th one? Who are we talking about?
Yeah, there's 4. Everyone changes except Justin.
Except Justin. Yeah, that's true. Well, who's the other one?
Cassie,
Why can't I think
Ashley,
of it? Cassie,
Carlos, and TJ. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Cassie. That's who I forgot about. That's right. When I was a kid, I was a little surprised that they didn't keep Kat around, because she had only been here a couple of years before this.
Well, she was here longer than Tanya.
I guess I'm just thinking that based on Kimberly, where like we had a Pink Ranger that stuck around.
Yeah.
Because you always had somebody to tie you to Mighty Morphin, and then once we do this changeover at the end of this, we don't have that. And then
she was here longer than Kimberly, because she was here for most of season 3, all of season 4.
No, that's exactly right. I guess I wasn't thinking about it right. I'm just saying that, like, I was trying to remember what I was thinking when I was a kid. I guess what I was really thinking was, well, we always had a tie to Mighty Morphin, and Kimberly was that for us for a while.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it.
Thanks, Brandon.
So I wonder if they're going to be in every episode before they finally become Rangers, or I mean, how many more do we have left before the turn? Is it 6? Because I don't think it happens till 20, right? Or is it like 18?
It's 18.
Okay.
Passing the torch.
I couldn't remember. Because for some reason Tommy's is just obsessed with racing now.
Gotta go to the racetrack.
I want to
Teach my
think that would
girlfriend to
happen
flip.
with whatever the power changeover was. So like if
Next season, they're all big into space. And
if the
astronomy
theme
and
was
stuff.
like samurais, he'd just be like constantly, watching kung fu movies or something. Like,
Well, he should have been into Egyptian history last episode because that would have made sense with his
last
archaeologist thing that he goes to later. I guess he's more of a paleontologist.
preschool
which is the
toys.
most- I like to think that him learning the little tiny things he learned about dinosaurs in season 1 is why he became a paleontologist later.
Stussy says, according to Johnny Young Bosch, one of the original ideas was that he would have been promoted to the Red Turbo Ranger, since originally only Tommy and Kat were going to leave the show. That would have been great, especially because...
That would have been so good.
Well, and I wonder if they were thinking that at this time, and that's why he's so prominent right now, where they're thinking, like, he's going to take over the show, so we'll give him more episodes.
Well, he is being a leader right here.
Yeah. And he kind of has been the whole season. Like, I don't know how he has time to do everything he does. Like, he's constantly in plays, and now he's, like, coaching a soccer team.
Is this just practice? Why is everyone just wearing whatever they want?
Yeah, it's a practice.
It's a very
Because I'm
intense
talking about
practice.
the game.
You don't want that guy
They're
to be your goalie. You don't want a Piranhatron goalie.
You don't want that guy to be a goal. He just ran away.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So is this the first time the general public is seeing the Piranhatrons?
No.
Okay.
But they wouldn't be surprised even if they never had seen them, because, like, every year there's some putty-like thing going after people, so...
Yeah.
You just, oh, it's another one of those things, okay. Like, you have to have picked up on the formula in your own universe at some point. Cinematographic, DJ, do you remember that one episode of Mighty Morphin where Tommy and Skull were in a street race?
I do not.
I don't remember that either. We must have done a show on it.
A couple of years ago now.
Tommy and Skull? It's been a little while.
Oh, I think he's joking. Cause
Oh. It was a joke.
Oh.
Well, I feel dumb.
It's hard to sense the sarcasm on
In text?
text form.
Yeah.
Boom! Gatorade to the face.
And soccer balls to the face.
Soccer balls to the chest.
Well, some of that was
when
fun.
they used.
That was a
Yeah,
good
like
fight.
when they. What was that teleport? Did you see the one in the front?
Yeah, they and they all teleport together and, like, swivel around.
I think they're gone for now. Very perceptive there, Adam.
Oh, is that true, Stussy? He says that's also why Johnny Young Bosch grew his hair out, so he could look enough like Tommy in the public consciousness.
Wow, that's amazing.
I wonder if that's true. If it is, that's crazy.
He does kind of look like first appearance Tommy.
I really wonder if he has not been told you might be taking over the show, so really step up, because something has changed in his acting too. Like, I don't want to read too far into this now that I know this, but, like, I feel like there's some lines to maybe be read between right now.
I actually like. I said I'd like it if they introduced one at a time, but I actually like that these two came in together. It makes sense.
I just like that it's not all four.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you think he's acting like it's his show now? And I don't mean in a bad way. Like,
Tommy's
somebody
in the background.
Like, somebody
This
told
is
him
his
that.
episode,
Like,
but yeah. Yeah, Tommy. We'll call you if we need you. You can go. You're leaving the show soon.
yeah, like, he's like the Kirk or the Picard of the show now. It's so interesting.
That's awesome because I've always liked him. He's really cool. I feel like Adam's had the most growth. Too.
Well, since the monsters get whatever power you give them, it's like I need a monster with power. Oh my god,
What is
that
this,
does not
Evil
look like a
Flash?
Power Rangers thing.
Ugh.
You know what the problem is? Power Ranger monsters don't get logos on their chests. Like, that's a mistake, right?
He looks like a general. He doesn't look just like a regular monster. Except he's so short. Why is he so short?
Yeah, I mean, look, and I know that Divatox is tall, but, like, look how she's towering over him. It's hilarious.
He's like this big intimidating force, and he's just like... Divatox is like looking
Some
down
of
at
the
him.
minions were too. No, that looks like something out of, like, Bible Man or something.
Good thinking, John.
Temptation of a man.
Stussy,
here
sadly,
we
the
go.
producers decided to just replace all of them. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's unfortunate.
That's a real bummer for the rest of them if they if they
God.
did that because Tommy
Any
and Kat
place
wanted
with
to leave.
water.
Yep, every time.
So then-
or any liquid at all, really.
Really?
Yeah. DJ, I want to know how much of that had to do with Haim Saban. Because we know that he really, at some point, wanted to get to the Sentai formula where they change casts every season. And I'm wondering if he didn't step in and when they decided to change some around, go, oh, let's just do it early. Let's just do it halfway through. And I don't know why he would have left Justin around if it was his call.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard story to understand because it's what they're saying is that Tommy and Kat wanted to leave, so they just replaced the other two. But yeah, why would they leave Justin?
I don't know. But because we know that there was a changeover in writers halfway through. And so I imagine that it was their call to get rid of everybody. And that might have just... Again, I don't understand the Justin thing, but besides that, it might have just been, like, clean the slate so that we can come up with our own characters and write them. I don't know.
Maybe they just liked Justin as a character enough to... And he hadn't... Like, it would have been weird to come up with a reason for the older cast and Justin to leave, I guess.
Maybe. I suspect Saban could have had something to do with that. But then I don't know why you would have left it in space. Like, because again, he wanted to change over every season. So why would you, do it half a season early and then keep them through the next season? Especially
because this is happening earlier than... It's even earlier than halfway through. So they were, for a good long time, they were the Turbo Rangers.
I wish I knew this history better. I wish there was more information on it. And, there have been so many Power Rangers conventions and stuff now that I'm sure, in panels and things, all of this has come out. But you'd have to go back and comb through so many panels.
Yeah.
There hasn't been, a real good, concise text on this. I want the oral history of Power Rangers. That's what I really want. An oral history book like we got for Star Trek with the 50-year mission.
Can I just say that 2-on-2 is kind of a high-scoring soccer game? That's
fair.
Yeah, soccer doesn't get that many points, honestly, and
Stussy, that's a good point too. Maybe Justin was a mandate for that whole attracting kids to the show aspect. I mean, we know that was why he was put there. And
so why is she going through all this trouble just to sabotage the soccer game?
I don't know. I've been a lot more interested in the changeover of the cast than I have the actual plot of this episode, DJ.
She's hired this new contract monster to come down and just sabotage this game.
Is he perhaps?
Is it a contract monster, or did she make him?
In her way?
I don't think she makes any of her monsters.
Is that what the Blue Centurion told her, that he stands in her way and that's why she's going after him?
I don't think it has to do with that plot, but
that would be cool. I don't think we're gonna keep that plot going though.
I really don't think so either. That would be awesome. I just want to know in what the eventuality is, DJ, that makes Zed team up with the Machine Empire.
Well, yeah, he does hate him all through Zed, and he blows him up at the end of season.
Yeah, and he humiliated him and turned him into trailer trash. Why would he ever team up with that guy?
Shift into turbo.
I think I'm figuring it out.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, no, it's this way.
That part's easy.
Yeah, there it is. He's so bulky.
So, what's the word I'm looking for? Convenient that he gets big.
So yeah, does she not build any of her monsters? Where does she get them? Does she just call around? Does she have a monster phone book?
Yeah, no, she's got an ad, freelance ad in the paper. There's the running, Brandon's favorite thing.
Oh, and there's actual scary Elgar.
Ugh. He looks so much creepier.
So did you notice just how bad the lip sync was? Elgar was doing this, and he was talking at a third of that speed.
English is a shorter word language than Japanese. Look at his helmet. Did you see Elgar's helmet?
Oh God, I'm gonna have seizures. I would bet you money that Elgar in There he is. Well, I figured the very next episode they'd bring him back because they like to do that kind of thing with your Six Ranger type character. But I'd almost bet you money that Elgar has a high pitched voice in the Sentai. But I've never watched that, so I don't know. It's either really high or really low. But he's probably got like this gremlin thing going on. He's probably like, Arr! Lucas, Elgar is a cheap Goldar in more ways than one. He's not even gold.
Cool, so this is a Green Ranger episode even in the Sentai.
Yeah, that's cool. But a lot of these episodes where he's been front and center have not been Green Ranger episodes.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how many of these we've had in a row, and then finally we get one where the Sentai footage matches.
It's really weird hearing our goofy Elgar jokes come out of that freaky face.
Yeah, it does not match.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Oh
Just
wow.
look at that.
How
Okay,
is he holding him up
he's
from
the most
front?
awesome Ranger. He just took it to the chest.
It's
That's
like
what
even,
Dark Knight. That's what Batman should have done. That's what Joker should have done in the Dark Knight.
It's like even in the Sentai, he was the most badass Ranger.
He just absorbed those things and became bigger.
Well, yes,
He absorbed the bikes.
That's what happens.
Absorption.
Wait, I missed it. What are you
absorbed
guys
the
saying?
bikes.
To get wait,
And
what?
he got bigger as he absorbed the two bikes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Usually they use torpedoes.
He didn't need him. He just did it himself.
I just assumed there were torpedoes and I missed them.
Who are all these cops that drive around with him?
I'm sure it made sense in the Sentai.
Are you
Does he have his own army?
Yeah, there's usually more of an internal logic. I mean, it's usually still obviously crazy absurd, but
Right.
the thing is, you get a lot more like plot holes and just nonsensical, lack of logic when you're like taking their footage and mixing it with your own stuff. And,
True.
I mean, that's why a lot of that stuff happens here. Because sometimes we're not very careful about it, and clearly we were working on not a lot of days. Didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, a tiny little timetable. We had to turn episodes over like.
Yeah.
daily.
And they made so many a season. It was still 50 episodes a season. 40 or 50. Lucas Green, how would you rewrite Turbo?
You would need some substances before.
That's the Energizer Blaster mode. Okay.
The biggest thing I'd do is I'd get rid of Elgar, and I would just eat the money it took to shoot our own footage of something else. And I would let Bulk
We
and
already
Skull...
did shoot our footage of something else because it was a different. We had a different costume the whole time.
I would write Bulk and Skull out long enough for their pilot not to work out, and then bring them back and actually have them in the show and not monkeys. I wouldn't do the Justin thing, even though I think the actor's okay.
Yeah, I don't actually mind Justin thing. People are against it on like premise, but like there was a Kid Ranger in the White Ranger. There's a Kid Ranger in the Sentai, and the Gold Ranger is a Kid Ranger in the Sentai. I'm sure people don't complain about it there.
Well, yeah, but that's more Japanese sensibilities. Like it's going after a different crowd, and it didn't work in bringing in new viewers. Like this season wasn't well watched, and so what I'm saying, DJ, is it's not necessarily. It's not just about what I would want to see. It's about like me as a business person. If I made this show, like I wouldn't use Justin because it didn't work. People didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Like the crowd that they still had from Zio was not happy with that choice.
There is a bomb, by the way.
Oh, of course there is. Okay. Well,
It's
at least
in
it
the
wasn't the whole
It's
episode.
It's the little scarab that they put in the.
It's like a scorpion bomb.
Uh-huh.
Look at that scorpion bomb. Well, it's pretty convenient that somebody scored just as that happened. It's not the same thing as a countdown, like a ticking time bomb. They could have just not scored.
I think it was like Why would you do that? I don't even know.
I don't know how the bomb was working.
It
It
looked
was like
like
a
if
score of
someone
4.
scored or got up to a certain score and then it exploded. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's like score 4, but like you don't get to score 4 in soccer.
But she didn't want that team to win. That was Adam's team. She wanted them to lose.
She
Oh, well then
What's
that makes no sense.
what's
then.
his face asked her if she'd bet on if she bet
Stop
on Angel
reversing the
Grove.
footage.
Lucas, would you keep Diva Talks? I don't know. I would want that actress to play whatever the villain was, I think. Like, so
This is
we're
interesting.
gonna kindle a
know that they were
friendship,
ever-
and then
I didn't know that they were ever a thing. Because she's all about Andros in the next season. That's kind of cool.
Huh.
yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, like that's just how the actors are playing it. Like it's hard to tell if in the script that was intended to be anything but platonic.
Oh no.
No, they were talking
Oh,
earlier about
no.
how they're getting to spend time with each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
When they first met, he was talking about how he was happy that he got to meet her. What is she wearing? Oh, because she was
They're
in
in an ice
the Gatorade.
chest. They're in an
Oh.
ice chest, so it's cold. You know.
But they
Yeah.
don't actually go into the thing. They just have some magic periscope that like.
How
Comes
how
out
does
of
it
the
make
water.
it that cold?
Why is
like
she in a
I
winter coat?
like you know if you smack it on the other side, you know it actually knocks her backwards. We know that.
Now we get to watch it.
God, come with your lines prepared.
Can we just show Tommy falling on his back like every episode?
That'd be great. Wow.
The irony.
I think her I think the motivation of that actress was pretend to be somebody's mom.
Or a preschool teacher.
Okay, that's better, yeah. And then that preschool teacher uses Zeo to teach her kids the shapes. Well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't remember introducing those characters that way, which makes me wonder how the other two show up. I really thought TJ showed up during like a catastrophe and then became a ranger like 20 minutes later. Well, so we'll see if I'm right about that. I forget. But anyway, all right. So everybody watching after the fact, we'll see you again in a couple days. If you're watching live right now, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back in a little bit, and then we're going to shoot some more. So stick around if you're so inclined. And Brandon, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Watching a little more Turbo. Rot in your brain with some 90s kids shows.
Turbo.
A Power Ranger series.
Is it rotting or melting? I can't figure out which.
Well, I think you get to pick, really.
Probably-
Just whatever it feels like.
Well.
Just
melting.
listen real close. Does it sound like rotting or melting?
Well, neither has a specific sound that I'm aware of.
Well, anyway.
Who knows? You'll find out.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Captain Logan. That was Brandon Graham
See ya.
and DJ Martinez. We'll see you later, folks.